Hi guys, thanks for tuning in back for another video, and my name is Angela. In today's video we are going to be comparing the differences between working in Qatar and working in Germany by looking at 10 distinct differences, so stay tuned. And if you haven't subscribed to this channel, please remember to do so. Also, don't forget to leave a like, a comment, share this video and all that good stuff. So let's get right into it. So the first item that we're going to be looking at are job opportunities. And I know that coming to like Germany for work and also going to Qatar for work are a little bit difficult, and that's not what we're going to go into today. I'm talking about the job opportunities that you have once you are in the country. And I find that job opportunities might be limited in Qatar as compared to in Germany, because Germany has a relatively low unemployment rate and there are jobs that are advertised every single day. There is a site that I think I registered with that is called Stepstone or something. I get forwards every single day. I get forwards for open job opportunities in the hospitality industry and all that stuff. So I can say that there are relatively high job opportunities available in Germany as compared to in Qatar, because even when I was in Qatar and there was that opportunity to change from one employer to another, which is not the case at the moment and it wasn't the case also before, but there was a grace period that this was happening. I tried to apply for jobs, I tried to apply for open vacancies, but the competition was seriously high. So many people eyeing the same position, and I ended up not even getting invited to any interviews, maybe for the fact that I was looking at administrative positions that were also seriously competitive. But yeah, I just needed to point out that I struggled, and at the end of the day I didn't get to change my job because I just got no opportunity, compared to now that I have had a ton of invitations for interviews, some that I got to a point that I had to politely say thank you so much for the opportunity, but I already accepted another position. The second one is how you present your resume once you want to get into the job market. And what I have noticed in both is that a photo is required. But I guess for Qatar, if I'm not wrong, you need to have like a full-size photos. I don't know if that is something that was being done only for the agencies that we were coming through and we were applying for jobs in Qatar, but you had to have like a literally full-size photo of you in very official clothing. But when it comes to German resumes, you just need like a passport size photo. Of course, you need to look official and presentable and somebody serious for that position. And I guess that is a culture that is normally discouraged in some other countries like Canada, because they say that it might lead to discrimination and an employer might turn down your application simply because of the way you look or because of the color of your skin or whatever. But usually the name doesn't always give away your nationality and all that. And in German resumes, you don't even have to state your nationality. And I wouldn't say that I've faced discrimination because of having maybe my photo on my resume, because I applied for jobs and I got a ton of positive responses from employers inviting me for interviews, even despite the fact that on my resume I'm actually wearing a red polo t-shirt. So I guess what they are looking into is your skill set and your level of experience, and not so much how you look. So the third distinct difference would be in the work permit. With the work permit for Qatar, you are restricted to work for only one employer. It's called a closed work permit. And if you want to change employers, change from one company to another, then you need to actually exit the country and then get a new visa to come and work for this new employer, and then get a residency permit that actually allows you or is sponsored by that particular company or organization, as compared to in Germany, where you actually have an open work permit in most cases. And I'm not saying in all cases, because according to your situation you might also get offered a closed work permit for a certain period of time, but still the fact remains that if you want to change from one employer to another, there is no limitation. You can do that, and if you don't have a restricted work permit, then you just simply change. And if you have a closed work permit, then you simply apply for a new one through the Ausländerbehörde or through the immigration office without having to exit the country. So that's also a very big difference in both countries. Number 4 thing that I would like to mention is related to salaries. And obviously salaries in Germany are relatively high. People get paid relatively higher salaries as compared to the salaries in Qatar. And yeah, I know that there are some people that are earning really good money in Qatar, that maybe even Germans are leaving their own country and going to work for like other companies in Qatar because they get paid like 3 times what they're getting in this country, which is just a fact. But I'm not speaking for everyone. I'm speaking from my own personal situation, and I got to experience some form of discrimination in relation to the salary that I was earning. Although I was performing the same duties, administrative duties, as other people from maybe India or countries like Philippines, I was getting almost half of the salary that they were actually earning every month. Why? Just because there is that distinction, or there is that difference that exists between nationalities, and there is a pay scale that and an average or a limit that people from various nationalities can get, which was really sad. But when it comes to Germany, there is no such discrimination when it comes to salary. Your skill sets and your experience and whatever amount you agree with your employer during your interview is what you earn, and you will get that there is no distinct difference between you and your co-workers. This would be point number 5 related to the salaries, is that in Qatar the salaries are not taxed. I don't even remember what deductions we were getting from the salaries. Maybe just medical, which was mostly covered by the company. When I looked at my payslip, I don't remember seeing any deduction that was coming directly from my pocket to cover my medical expenses. I think they were covered by the employer. But the difference is now between the two countries that in Germany, your gross salary will be heavily taxed. You'll have serious deductions. Like, we are talking deductions of more than, in some cases, even more than 80,000, and that is just for people that are having an average salary, not very high salary. People who are earning higher salaries get a deduction of even 200,000 plus a month. And this money goes to, of course, income tax, health insurance, social security or retirement benefits, unemployment security, or like, because there might come a time that you are sick or you are unemployed and you're not able to work, then you're going to get support from job center, and of course you're gonna qualify for this if you have been contributing to the unemployment or whatever. You have been working for at least 6 months. So there is that distinct difference. But what I need to mention is that if compared to my personal situation, even after getting the heavily taxed, I still find that what I take home is more than double what I would get in Qatar without being taxed. So at the end of the day, it's still so much better. I get to take home so much more even after getting heavily taxed compared to what I was getting in Qatar without having to pay any taxes. Point number 6 is working hours. You find that in Germany the working hours are relatively shorter compared to Qatar, where we were working a 48-hour week. In Germany, you get that you're working a 40-hour week, sometimes even a 39-hour week. That means that you get 2 off days every week and you get to work for 8 hours a day. When I remember in Qatar, the company that I was working for, actually the people that were doing cleaning jobs were working 12 hours a day with only 1 off day a week. So like that is 72 hours every week, as compared to here where you only work 40 hours a week and you get 2 off days. And like I'm in hospitality industry, so my off days don't always have to fall on a weekend because we always have to be operational. But you find that in a week you might even have an off day on Wednesday and Thursday, or sometimes they might not exactly follow each other. You might work 3 days and then get an off, and then another 2 days and then get another off day. But simply every week you need to work for 5 days and then rest for 2 days. And in case maybe due to operational requirements you work for more hours, then the employer owes you that 1 extra day or hours, and they just will compensate maybe with an all-up or overtime pay. Number 7 is the starting time, when people get to work. And I know, yes, there are people who are working 8 to 5 jobs. That is also common. But you find that people like in Qatar, people who are not working 8 to 5 jobs, then they have to start at around 7 for office jobs, that is. But here in Germany, we start at 6. You find that the shifts start from 6 a.m. until 2 p.m. as compared to maybe other places where you'll find that people start from maybe 7 a.m. until 3 p.m. So that is also a very big difference. So you'll find that maybe when you're going to work at around 5 or 5:30, so many people are already at the train stations going to work, because most people need to be at work by 6, which is so uncommon. Even when I was working in Kenya, we used to start, like the people that were starting the earliest, like even at the reception, we were starting from 7 a.m. So that is just a very interesting thing to note. Number 8, which is also very interesting, is that in Qatar, when it comes to vacations, we used to have 21 calendar days of vacation every year. And yeah, apart from maybe managers who are around grade 7 and above, who used to get their vacations calculated according to the working days and not according to the calendar days. But in Germany, you find that the vacations are calculated according to the working days. And remember that every week you have 5 working days. So in 1 year, you get 20 working days. 20 working days of vacation, and then plus, remember, you have 2 off days every week. So you end up with a vacation of 28 days as compared to in Qatar, where you only get 21 days. And since many people used to want to travel maybe to their home countries during their vacation, you had to sacrifice year 1 and leave around 10 days for year 2, so that when you get to travel, then you have at least 31 days and you can get enough, or like a month, to spend at home with your loved ones, as compared to here, where you will still get your 28 days, which is still a month. And if you now add up or add on your off days, then you have a whole entire month of vacation. Number 9 would be the working culture, which is just something very interesting. You find that in Qatar there was a very restrictive working culture when it comes to dress codes. Like, it was very uncommon to see people going to work in jeans or wearing jeans or even shorts, despite the fact that it was a very warm or hot country. In Germany, it's very common to see people going to work in jeans every single day. Jeans and sport shoes, they will put on that and nobody even cares. The most important thing is that work has to be done. And I already mentioned in another video that I even have my colleagues who put on shorts, like literally a short at the reception, because it's summer and it's hot and it's just unbearable to wear anything else. So they put on shorts, they put on very tight short dresses at the reception, and just nobody even cares. And also connected to the working culture is the alcohol policy. In Qatar, actually, when we were signing the contract, you had to make an agreement to the fact that you are not going to drink. And yes, for people who are not living in the company accommodation, you could drink during your social or your free time, as long as when you come to work, you're not intoxicated in any kind of way, because you could get tested. And if you tested even 0.100 positive for alcohol, it could lead to immediate termination or serious consequences. Here, you know that people can drink beer all year long. So nobody will even ever test you for alcohol or do an alcohol test on you. As long as you are not drunk at work and misbehaving, as long as you can hold yourself and do your job and not like claim to be off or whatever because of intoxication, then you're good to go. And last but not least, connected to that is that sick leave. Like if you are sick, you can be home for 2 days and not have to present any proof that you were sick, that you went to a doctor. No employer is even in their legal rights to ask you for that. So somebody can literally wake up in the morning and feel like, you know what, today I'm not going to work, and call in sick, and the employer just has to sort themselves out. You're sick, you're sick. There's nothing that the employer can do. Only if you have to stay home for the 3rd day, then you are required to present like a doctor's order or like proof that you really actually was sick. Very interesting. As compared to Qatar, if you missed 1 day of work, you had to show proof that you went to the hospital and all that. Otherwise, the 1 day or 2 days or whatever number of days will be deducted from your vacation days. Or if there is no proof that you stayed home because you were sick, then you would face some serious disciplinary measures. And last but not least would be the language. In Qatar, if you were able to speak English to a certain degree, then you were good to go and you were able to work for so many companies. As much as it was an Islamic country where their national language is Arabic, you were not required to speak Arabic to be able to secure a job in Qatar. As compared to Germany, it's not like a particular requirement or that you must be able to speak German to be able to get a job. There are English speaking jobs that exist that do not require you to have knowledge of German, but they are very limited and very competitive. So you find that if you cannot speak the native language, which is German, in Qatar, then you are very disadvantaged at the job market, and there are just so many jobs that you can do as compared to Qatar, where you could get so many positions and get away with only being able to speak English and any other language that has nothing to do with speaking Arabic. Personally, I never took interest in learning Arabic. I never, maybe a few words that I could have picked up here and there, but that was not a prerequisite for me to get a job. Of course, it was also advantageous, and there were positions that would specify that they need a person who can speak fluent Arabic, but still there were many other positions that somebody was able to secure without being able to speak Arabic. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. If there is anything that you feel that I have forgotten and you need to mention, please don't forget to put them in the comment section down below, and make sure to give this video a like if you enjoyed the content, and I will see you in another video. Tschüss!